Hi, Elizabeth. Thank you so much for taking your time to meet with me today.
Thanks for having me. It's so nice to meet you.
How was your weekend?
It's been really busy actually, but it's been good. How about yourself?
That's good to hear. It's been pretty good. Kind of busy a little bit, but on that note, how is school going so far with the new semester?
Honestly, it's not the best. Um,
Yeah,
it's, online's very challenging. So
yeah, of
but that's
course.
okay. It took me about 2 weeks to transition and I got really motivated today and did a lot of important stuff. So that's been good. It's
I
also
know.
a little challenging with, running a business too.
I know with the whole quarantine happening and with online schooling, it's a little bit of a transformation, but I think that we'll get the hang of it.
Hmm.
So let's just go ahead and get started. And I'm going to go ahead and ask you the first question.
Okay.
I've seen your social media and I have noticed that you have a strong, loyal following. Do you mind telling me about how you've achieved this?
Yeah, so part of it was just time related. We started our business Instagram in December 1st actually. And so by now it's been, well over about 8 months. And so it's just taken a lot of time and regular posting and really pushing out the message that we believe in and our company stands for.
Of course, I love that. So month to month, what does your social media following look like? So that being said, like what is your growth on average per month? Like do you get like a certain amount of followers per month, a certain amount of engagement?
So, as far as followers, it was really high when we first started. I believe the
Mhm.
first month we got like 100 followers, and then the next month was pretty similar, and then it kind of trailed off a little bit and lowered. And then by about June, we actually took a step back for a little bit, and then honestly, there was no change there. We took a step back for about a month, and we didn't lose any followers or really gain any followers, but
Awesome.
it's kind of pretty consistent. And then as far as other engagement, we, even with taking a step back, we were still getting pretty regular viewers to our Instagram page.
That's awesome. So, like you said, do you have a large team or is it just you creating all of the marketing content yourself?
So it is just me and my
Or is it
co-founder.
like you pretty much learn to do everything by yourself instead of having a team with you?
Yes, so it is me and my
Okay.
co-founder, and
Um,
oh, hold on, we're like, I think it's just the internet. But yeah, so it is just me and my co-founder who have kind of self-taught ourselves, doing the best we can. We've definitely gotten a lot better since we started.
so what all are you looking for in a marketing service?
I think just someone,
Is it something that helps you create visual ads, something?
I think it's really just something that
There
kind of
you go.
takes the pain and frustration away from creating a good feed. So kind of all of the above, ensuring captions are decent, making sure that we're posting regularly, making sure that it all looks cohesive, kind of all the stuff that we're doing now. It would be preferred if they could do that too.
Yeah, of course. And then in the next 6 months, sorry about that. What do you want your social media following growth rate to be at?
Um, Honestly, we're in the middle of crowdfunding right now, and we've been chatting with a few influencers about, helping us get exposure for our business and the campaign. So ideally, it kind of spikes a little bit, but I would be satisfied if we hit 1,000 within the next 6 months. That would be
Okay.
quite an achievement.
That sounds like a pretty decent goal. I feel like that would be very achievable for you guys to do. So on to the next question. What is motivating you to seek out another marketing service? Is the one that you're currently using not up to standards, or are you just looking for something to better help you guys?
Um, we're not really using a marketing service. I think we just kind of use, both ourselves and then a combination of apps to try to put it together. So we would be open to hearing a bunch of options as far as what you would offer.
Of course. And then as of right now, what obstacles are you facing during creating your own social media content?
Okay. Okay. So I think posting consistently, finding content to actually post. So we know kind of what we're going for brand wise,
Mhm.
but with the virus and everything, it's been really challenging. We can't really go out and have photo shoots or meet strangers. It's just not necessarily safe and people don't really want to do it. So we've kind of been looking to the free picture services like Unsplash and then trying to um, connect with other, fashion based influencers and stuff so we can kind of repost their looks so that we have content to post. But that's a big pain point. And I think also just, ensuring that everything is cohesive and fits with our brand and our messaging.
Of
Those
course.
would
And then
probably be.
along the lines of what your Instagram looks like as of right now, do you believe that there is any room for growth? Anything that you want to kind of advance a little bit?
Absolutely. I think our hashtags could definitely be improved, as well
Okay.
as how we use the other options that Instagram offers. So they offer the different types of, features like Reels now and stories and IGTV, all of the above. I think we could definitely get better at using more than just, our stories and then our feed.
Okay, of course. And then do you feel like there's anything missing with the current marketing tools that you're using right now? So if you're using any filter apps, anything to like help you create content to post other than just pictures?
I'm not necessarily sure if there's anything missing. We use quite a bit to kind of create what we do create. But I think that in and of itself is something that's frustrating because we have to use quite a few things to make our Instagram look the way it does, which is just kind of, difficult to go from app to app to app and computers and making posts and all kinds of stuff. It'd be nice if everything was kind of more all in one and combined.
Okay, that's understandable. So what effect does your current problem have with social media have on your potential customers? So like any
Um,
struggle that you're facing, like how does that affect your business and your future customers that you may have?
I think first and foremost our reach, so our exposure in general, not using hashtags to the ability that we could be, not using all of Instagram's different features. We're not getting the exposure that we need because I know Instagram favors, what you use and what you don't use. And so I think for us that's the first thing, but I think also keeping our followers in line with what our messaging is and our branding. So the fact that it can be a little bit challenging to make sure that that is always being consistent. I think that kind of hurts our current followers. I have noticed we've lost a few since we started posting again, just like maybe three. But even still, that says something about what we're doing. And then I think in terms of future customers, same thing. It kind of hinders that ability to gain new customers and keep them and retain them.
Most definitely. And then that being said, are you worried at all that this is affecting how others are viewing your business or your brand in general?
I would say yes. So our concept in general is a little bit confusing. It's just something
Mhm.
that's not necessarily out there yet by any other companies. And so that, in and of itself is something that's a little bit hard to explain. So then when our content is, I don't want to say all over the place, but just not as good as it could be, it can probably um, affect those people who are following us and then potential followers if they're like looking through our feed and they're not really getting the full picture of what we are and what we can do.
Mhm. Yeah, of course. And I would hate for that to happen just because social media marketing tools aren't being used to their ability. So if you could have it any way or any way in your way, what would it look like to you in terms of social media marketing? Like what is the most ideal service for you to use that would help you?
So I think for us, when it comes to our feed, we want a combination of different types of posts. So our own content, which as I said is a little bit challenging to make right now, but our own content using other influencers' content with their permission, as well as using the free, like photos, stock photos, as well as informational posts and even just like inspirational quotes and whatnot. And so I think for us, it's a little bit challenging that you've got, the apps that are for, setting up your feed so that you know what it looks like or what it will look like in advance. You've got the apps like Canva for making your edits. You've got the apps like Visco and all the different apps for, presets and filters, also like Lightroom. And then you've got the other ones that are even more for like more informational posts, not just like a quote or whatever. So I think it's just really frustrating. So for me, my ideal would to kind of have one all combined. So one where you can make your edits, so like make your quotes, but you can also edit pictures as well. You're not just kind of limited to one type of content. That way you don't have to use 4 or 5 different apps to create your feed.
Yeah, of course. And then would you say if you had the ability to have a service that was like that would cater to you guys for that, would that save a lot of stress and time for your company?
Definitely. Yeah. I think it would also probably save money because we are paying for what we use now. And it also just takes a lot of time to bounce between the different apps.
Okay, awesome. And then if your social media had an eye-catching marketing tactic, would this help with an impact on your company? Do you believe
Absolutely.
that social marketing is like important for the company in general?
Yes, definitely.
So, based on your responses, is it fair to say that you are interested in a service that would help you create an eye-catching content for your business and help you with social media marketing, saving time and stress for you?
Yes.
And then, so having a strong marketing service is important to you in your business?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that is all for today. Thank you so much for meeting with me to assess your needs for a social media marketing service.
Okay, great. Did you have any other questions?
I don't as of right now. Do you have any other questions?
I don't. Feel free to reach out to me with any other questions you might have, or if you have something in mind for us to use.
Of course. Thank you